Lady Sarah Chatto, born on the bright spring day of May 1, 1964, entered the world within the historic walls of Kensington Palace, a grand residence steeped in royal tradition located in the heart of London. She holds the distinction of being the only daughter of the vibrant Princess Margaret, the younger sister of Queen Elizabeth II, and the talented Anthony Armstrong-Jones, better known to the world as Lord Snowdon, a celebrated photographer and creative mind. Growing up in such an illustrious family, Lady Sarah was surrounded from her earliest years by an extraordinary atmosphere of art, culture, and boundless creativity. Elements that would undeniably leave a lasting imprint on her life's direction and passions. The palace, with its elegant rooms adorned with paintings, sculptures, and intricate designs, served as more than just a home. It was a nurturing ground for her artistic spirit, fostering a deep appreciation for beauty and expression that would later define her professional journey. As a child and young woman, Lady Sarah was immersed in this world of imagination and innovation, with her parents' interests and talents shaping her surroundings. Her mother, Princess Margaret, was known for her love of glamour, music, and the finer things in life, while her father, Lord Snowdon, brought a keen eye for detail and a flair for visual storytelling through his photography. This unique blend of influences provided Lady Sarah with a rich, inspiring backdrop as she matured. She pursued an education focused squarely on the arts, honing her skills and developing her own creative voice. Today, she stands as a highly respected artist in her own right, her work celebrated and displayed in some of the most prestigious galleries across the globe, a testament to the environment in which she was raised and the dedication she has shown to her craft. In her personal life, Lady Sarah chose a partner who shares her artistic inclinations. She is married to Daniel Chatto, a man whose career has spanned both the worlds of acting and visual arts, bringing his own creative energy into their union. Together, they have built a family, raising two sons, Samuel and Arthur, who carry forward the legacy of their parents' talents and values. Despite their royal lineage and the inevitable public curiosity that comes with it, the Chatto family has consciously opted for a life of relative quiet and seclusion. They prefer to keep their day-to-day existence away from the relentless glare of the press, choosing instead to focus on their personal pursuits and the bonds they share as a close-knit unit. This desire for privacy sets them apart from the more public-facing members of the British royal family, offering them a sense of normalcy amid their extraordinary heritage. Though Lady Sarah does not take on the official duties associated with being a working royal, those responsibilities reserved for royals like the King or the Prince of Wales. She remains connected to the monarchy through her presence at key events that mark the nation's history. She has been spotted at occasions of great significance, such as the solemn funeral of her aunt, Queen Elizabeth II, in 2022, and the majestic coronation of King Charles III, an event that symbolized the continuity of the royal line. Other notable appearances include family milestones and ceremonial gatherings that punctuate the royal calendar, where her attendance bridges her private life with her royal roots. Each time she steps into the public eye, Lady Sarah captivates onlookers not only with her refined sense of style, but also with the breathtaking jewelry she wears, pieces that tell a story of heritage, loss, and preservation. These exquisite jewels, many of which she inherited from her mother, Princess Margaret, are more than mere adornments. They are tangible links to the past, carrying within the weight of family history and royal tradition. Following Princess Margaret's death in February 2002, Lady Sarah and her brother, David, Viscount Linley, faced the daunting task of managing their mother's estate. The inheritance came with a significant financial burden in the form of substantial taxes, a challenge that compelled them to make difficult decisions about the treasures left in their care. To meet these obligations, they turned to Christie's, the famed auction house, where they parted with numerous items from Princess Margaret's collection in 2006. Among the pieces sold were iconic jewels that had once dazzled on the princess herself, including the breathtaking Poltimore tiara, a regal headpiece with a storied past, and the Lady Mount Stephen diamond necklace, a stunning creation of sparkling gems. Other remarkable items, each with its own narrative woven into the fabric of royal lore, also found new owners, fetching high bids from collectors and enthusiasts worldwide. The auction was a spectacle that drew immense attention, reflecting the public's fascination with the royal family and its possessions. Yet, for those who cherish the history embedded in these objects, the event was tinged with sadness. The dispersal of such significant heirlooms meant that pieces once central to the royal collection were no longer held within the family, slipping away into private hands and leaving a void for historians and admirers alike. Despite this loss, not all was relinquished. A precious portion of Princess Margaret's jewelry remained with Lady Sarah and David, safeguarded as a legacy for future generations. These surviving treasures, worn by Lady Sarah on her rare public outings, include the elegant Greville pearl earrings, with their shimmering pearls framed by diamonds, the intricate Snowdon floral tiara, a versatile piece born from her parents' wedding, a delicate sapphire brooch that whispers of bygone elegance, a luxurious multi-strand pearl necklace that exudes timeless sophistication, and the striking King George VI diamond riviere, a gift steeped in familial sentiment. Each of these jewels not only enhances Lady Sarah's poised and graceful appearance, but also serves as a living museum of her lineage, preserving fragments of a storied past that stretch back through generations of the royal family, including the collections of Queen Mary and beyond. Lady Sarah Chatto's jewelry collection is a dazzling array of heirlooms, each piece a sparkling testament to her royal heritage and personal connection to her mother, Princess Margaret. Among the most frequently admired treasures are the Greville pearl earrings, a pair of exquisite adornments that have traversed generations to become a signature element of Lady Sarah's elegant style. These earrings are believed to trace their origins back to the 1930s, when they formed part of the illustrious collection of Margaret Greville, a prominent society figure and jewelry connoisseur known for her discerning taste. Greville, a close friend of the royal family, amassed a trove of magnificent pieces over her lifetime, and upon her death in 1942, she bequeathed this extraordinary legacy to Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother. The collection included the now iconic pearl earrings, each featuring lustrous pearls delicately suspended from diamond-encrusted settings, a design that exudes both timeless sophistication and understated grandeur. By the 1950s, these earrings had found their way into Princess Margaret's possession, likely passed down from her mother, the Queen Mother, as a gesture of familial affection. Margaret, renowned for her flair and love of high fashion, embraced the earrings as a staple of her wardrobe, wearing them with an array of glamorous ensembles over the decades. They adorned her ears during notable occasions that captured the world's attention, such as her visit to Canada in 1958, where she represented the crown with poise and charm, and the celebration of Jamaica's independence in 1962, a historic moment marked by festivities and diplomatic significance. Another memorable appearance came in 1971, during a banquet held as part of a Japanese state visit to Britain, where the earrings complemented her regal attire, their pearls catching the light as she moved through the evening's formalities. For years, they remained a constant in her jewelry rotation, paired with tiaras, necklaces, and gowns that showcased her status as one of the most stylish royals of her time. In 1994, as Lady Sarah prepared for her wedding to Daniel Chatto, Princess Margaret made a heartfelt decision to gift these cherished earrings to her daughter. The gesture was more than a transfer of jewelry, it was a passing of tradition, a symbol of the deep bond between mother and daughter, imbued with memories of Margaret's own life in the spotlight. Sarah wore the Greville pearl earrings for the first time on her wedding day, their soft glow enhancing her bridal beauty and marking the beginning of their journey in her care. Since that poignant moment, they have become a near-constant presence in her public appearances, gracing events of both joy and sorrow. She wore them during the Queen's Golden Jubilee celebrations in 2002, a nationwide tribute to Queen Elizabeth II's 50 years on the throne, and again in 2011 at the wedding of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, a modern fairy tale watched by millions. They adorned her at the 2018 wedding of the Duke of Sussex and Meghan Markle, and later, in a somber setting, at the Duke of Edinburgh's funeral in 2021, where their quiet elegance matched the mood of reflection. Each outing underscores their versatility and the enduring sentimental value they hold for Lady Sarah. Another jewel of remarkable significance in her collection is the Snowdon floral tiara, a piece that encapsulates both creativity and family history. This unique tiara originated as 3 diamond floral brooches, a wedding gift from Lord Snowdon to Princess Margaret on their marriage day in May 1960. Lord Snowdon, a man of artistic vision, selected these brooches, each shaped like a delicate flower with petals of glittering diamonds, for their antique charm, though they were likely purchased specifically for the occasion rather than inherited from a family vault. Throughout the 1960s and 1970s, Princess Margaret wore them with versatility, pinning them to dresses as decorative accents or nestling them in her hair as ornamental flourishes. They appeared at cherished family moments, such as Lady Sarah's christening in 1964, where they sparkled against Margaret's attire, and during a sophisticated evening at the Metropolitan Opera in New York in 1974. where they added a touch of whimsy to her look. Even after her divorce from Lord Snowdon in 1978, Margaret retained these brooches, continuing to wear them at formal gatherings, including a 1994 portrait session with her children that captured their closeness. The transformation of these brooches into a tiara came about as Lady Sarah planned her own wedding. The designer of her wedding gown, Jasper Conran, a figure known for his innovative approach to fashion, spotted the brooches in Princess Margaret's jewelry box and envisioned a new purpose for them. He proposed converting them into a tiara, an idea brought to life by Wardsky, a prestigious jewelry house with a reputation for crafting exceptional pieces. The artisans created a frame that allowed the brooches to be mounted as a cohesive headpiece while preserving their ability to be detached and worn separately. At Lady Sarah's wedding, the Snowdon floral tiara made its public debut, its floral motifs complementing her veil and the Greville pearl earrings, creating a harmonious and graceful ensemble. Since that day, the tiara itself has rarely reappeared, perhaps reserved for the most special occasions, but Lady Sarah has kept the brooches in regular use. She wore them as individual pins at a 1997 gala honoring the Queen and Duke of Edinburgh's golden wedding anniversary, and again in 2002 at an exhibition of her wedding dress at the Victoria and Albert Museum, where they were briefly reunited as a tiara for display. More recently, at Queen Elizabeth II's funeral in 2022, she paired them with other inherited jewels, their delicate beauty a quiet tribute to her mother and aunt. A third standout piece in Lady Sarah's collection is Queen Mary's pearl and diamond necklace, a refined example of classic royal craftsmanship that bridges multiple generations. Though its precise origins are shrouded in mystery, it is thought to have been acquired by Queen Mary, Princess Margaret's grandmother, and a legendary collector of jewels, at an auction in the late 1920s. Known for her passion for expanding the royal jewelry coffers, Queen Mary often scoured sales to secure pieces of historical and aesthetic value. And this necklace, with its alternating diamond collets and round pearls, fit perfectly into her vision of elegance. She wore it on various occasions, including a poignant portrait with her young granddaughter, the future Queen Elizabeth II, capturing a tender moment between generations. After Queen Mary's death in 1953, the necklace passed to Princess Margaret, who embraced it as a versatile addition to her wardrobe. For decades, it accompanied her to state receptions, gala dinners, and other high-profile events, often paired with a pearl pendant that enhanced its classic allure. When Princess Margaret passed away in 2002, the necklace became part of Lady Sarah's inheritance, a fortunate survivor of the 2006 Christie's auction that saw many of Margaret's jewels sold off. Its preservation is particularly meaningful, given the loss of other family treasures, and it remains a vital part of Lady Sarah's style. She wears it with a natural grace, often combining it with the Greville pearl earrings to create ensembles that echo her mother's refined taste. The necklace's journey, from Queen Mary's collection to Margaret's glamorous outings, and now to Sarah's understated elegance, illustrates the enduring legacy of these pieces, each were a celebration of the women who have cherished them across nearly a century. Lady Sarah Chatto's jewelry collection extends beyond the well-known tiaras and earrings to encompass a variety of remarkable pieces, each steeped in history and personal meaning. Reflecting her mother Princess Margaret's legacy and her own sophisticated taste, one such treasure is the diamond ear of wheat brooch, an antique jewel distinguished by its intricate design and symbolic resonance. Shaped like a delicate sheaf of wheat, its diamonds gleam with a subtle brilliance, evoking themes of abundance and growth. While its exact origins remain uncertain, speculation suggests it may have been a gift to Princess Margaret on her 21st birthday in 1951, a milestone celebrated with grandeur befitting her status as a royal princess. Alternatively, some historians posit it could have been presented during a ship christening ceremony, a common occasion for such tokens in the mid-20th century. Whatever its beginnings, the brooch made its public debut in 1951 when Margaret wore it to a ball at Hutchinson House, an event organized to support the National Sports Development Fund. The piece pinned to her gown caught the light as she mingled with guests, its elegance enhancing her youthful charm. Throughout the 1950s, Princess Margaret occasionally showcased the diamond ear of wheat brooch, its appearances sporadic yet memorable. However, after that decade, it largely retreated from the public eye, perhaps tucked away in her jewelry box as her style evolved or as other pieces took precedence. Following her death in 2002, the brooch passed to Lady Sarah, who revived its presence with a quiet reverence. She first wore it at a Christmas service in 2008, its delicate form a subtle accent to her festive attire. The following year, In 2009, she chose it for the opening of the White Lodge Museum and Ballet Resource Center in Richmond Park, an event tied to her role as vice president of the Royal Ballet School, a position that reflects her lifelong connection to the arts. More recently, the brooch adorned her outfit at the Duke of Edinburgh's memorial service in Westminster Abbey in March 2022, its understated beauty a fitting tribute during a moment of national mourning. Each wearing underscores Lady Sarah's knack for breathing new life into her mother's treasures, blending nostalgia with her own poised demeanor. Another captivating pair in her collection is the diamond star earrings and their companion, a star-shaped brooch, both of which once belonged to Princess Margaret. These pieces, thought to form a matching set due to their similar celestial designs, first emerged in the mid-1950s. The earrings, adorned with diamonds that mimic the twinkle of distant stars, debuted during Margaret's Caribbean tour in 1955, where she paired them with the Cartier halo tiara for a striking effect under the tropical sun. They reappeared intermittently in the 1960s, adding sparkle to her outfits at various engagements, though they faded from frequent use thereafter. The star brooch, encrusted with diamonds and small pearls, entered the spotlight later, notably in 2000, when Margaret wore it to a Thanksgiving service honoring Lord Charteris of Amos Field, the Queen's former private secretary. Its delicate starburst design complemented her ensemble, drawing attention for its charm and simplicity. After Princess Margaret's passing in 2002, both the earrings and brooch were inherited by Lady Sarah, who has embraced them with enthusiasm. The diamond star earrings have become a regular feature in her wardrobe, rivaling the Greville pearl earrings in frequency. She wears them to a wide range of occasions, daytime events like Christmas celebrations at Sandringham, where their sparkle lifts the winter gloom, and evening affairs such as dinners at Buckingham Palace, where they enhance her formal elegance. They've also graced Royal Ascot, the famed horse racing event, adding a touch of glamour to her tailored looks. The star brooch, meanwhile, made its debut in Sarah's hands at a 2002 party celebrating Queen Elizabeth II's Golden Jubilee, its pearls and diamonds catching the eye amid the festivities. Since then, it has appeared at numerous official events, its versatility allowing it to shine in both casual and ceremonial settings, a testament to Sarah's ability to adapt her mother's jewels to her own style. The collection also includes a stunning pair of emerald earrings featuring pear-shaped emeralds, or possibly jadeite or tourmaline, dangling from an antique 18th century diamond setting. Their origins are shrouded in mystery, but it's widely believed they were a gift from Lord Snowdon to Princess Margaret in the mid-1960s, a period when their marriage still held moments of tenderness. Margaret debuted them during that decade, wearing them to official events with a flair that highlighted their rich green hue. They were immortalized in two iconic portraits by Lord Snowdon, capturing her poised beauty, and last appeared publicly on her at a charity concert at St. James's Palace in 1984 and the state opening of Parliament in the 1990s. After her death, Lady Sarah inherited these earrings, wearing them at significant moments like the Queen's 80th birthday dinner at Kew Palace in 2006. A particularly touching instance came at the 2006 wedding of her half-sister, Lady Frances Armstrong-Jones, where Sarah lent Frances the Snowdon floral brooches as hair ornaments, while she herself wore the emerald earrings, creating a familial harmony in jewelry. Princess Margaret's sapphire earrings, with narrow sapphire drops framed by diamonds and accented with small rubies, joined her collection around the mid-1950s. Their antique style mirrors the emerald pair, suggesting they might have been acquired or gifted together. Margaret wore them for decades, their deep blue tones a versatile complement to her wardrobe on trips and official duties. Inherited by Lady Sarah in 2002, they avoided the 2006 auction and remain a cherished piece, though she wears them less often than the pearl earrings. A notable appearance came in 2017 at her brother's Linley brand party in London, where their elegance stood out. Similarly, King George VI's diamond necklace, a shorter Riviere gifted to Margaret for her 21st birthday in 1951, contrasts with the longer Lady Mount Stephen necklace sold in 2006. Sarah first wore it at her own 21st birthday, its classic design a nod to her grandfather's affection, and it remains a family keepsake. A delicate sapphire brooch, modest yet striking, also belonged to Margaret, appearing publicly in 1956 and accompanying her to various events. Inherited by Sarah, it continues to honor her mother's legacy. The multi-strand pearl necklace, with 4 strands and a diamond clasp, rounds out the collection. Popular among Windsor women, Margaret wore it to the 2000 NSBCC Suffolk Gala, and Sarah has continued the tradition, pairing it with a floral clasp at King Charles III's coronation and wearing it clasped free at Royal Ascot. These pieces collectively showcase Lady Sarah's elegant style, understated yet profound, weaving personal history with royal tradition. Her ability to wear these jewels with grace, whether at a coronation or a quiet memorial, speaks to her role as a custodian of her family's past, each gem a story waiting to be told.